Hi, welcome to another Shot Saver series video with me, Sam Everson. I thought we'd talk a little bit today about chipping and something that's been cropping up quite a little bit recently in lessons, striking off a tighter lie. So when we're on those fringe lies, we may be a little bit too long out to put. Let's see if we can make those strikes a little bit more consistent and take out the thins and duffs that can cause a few people some problems from this position. So the thing I'd like to highlight first of all, really, one of the most simple things that we can get right is on a shorter shot. This actually allows us to keep the club path a lot more neutral. So if we think about that when we're playing our long game shots, the club needs to work round the body, behind the spine, back round and out to the ball. So when we're playing these shorter shots around the green, certainly off the tight lie where we've got to be a little bit more precise with our low point, let's think about trying to keep that simple straight line. And I don't mean that with the golf club. Think about it more with the hands and the handle. So you can see here is a handle of the golf club and your hands work on a nice straight path. That's going to keep the arc of the club very limited, okay? You just see that in there. So as we take our club away with the hands nice and straight away from the ball, see how that then keeps that club what we call a little bit more out in front of the hands here. All too often in lessons I'm seeing a lot of players struggling with chipping, so we've got duffs, thins and maybe the odd shank out the hosel, is we're getting this hand path moving too much to the inside, so around that right thigh area there, okay? So we're actually complicating the shot. When we take that hand path and the handle too much round our body, that really accentuates the arc on the golf club. So when we get an inside out swing path with chipping, two things occur that are quite bad. So the first thing is our low point becomes behind the ball, because as you shallow and take the club too much around the body, the club's natural bottoming out point becomes behind the ball. And the other problem shot as well is as the hands are moving round too much, they tend to want to either move this way, so too much outwards, that then shunts the hosel of the club to the ball, or we tend to do a little bit of a reroute, which again the hands have to go out in front of you. So these two things here just cause inconsistency and above all the nasty heel strike. Like I said, I'm seeing quite a few of those in lesson. So let's have a little look in the next section of the video and how we can maybe control that. Right, so as you can see here, dead simple little drill, just using a little alignment stick. We've just put that in the angle in the ground, round about level with this right hip here, okay? And we've just got a golf ball set up here. But first of all, we're just going to do a couple of practice swings. This is just going to give us a little bit of feedback. If we whip those hands around the right hip too much inside, see how the hands and the handle are going round this way too much, instantly we get a feel of moving the club too much into this area, so the alignment sticks the feedback. So just to start off with, we're going to get our stance and we're just going to do a few practice swings. If anything, we're just going to feel like the hands would go to the stick, and then from there you'll see the club nicely stays out in front. And from this path here, the club can then find its natural low point nearer the ball, so we don't get that club landing early, get those nasty duffs and thins. And also you can see there with the club on such a good path on the way to the ball, it's a lot easier to line up the centre of the golf club. Okay, so that's a dead simple little trick. You see a lot of pros using this a lot for pitching and chipping. Fleetwood uses this kind of drill a lot. It's just that nice feedback as you're hitting shots, just gives you that little bit of an idea. You start moving that club inside, you start getting the hands and the handle going too much around your right hip as a right-handed golfer, that's where we get that club hitting it. So we get that instant feedback. So if that's an area of the game that's been giving you trouble around the greens off those tighter lies, give that simple drill a go and watch those strikes improve. Hopefully that helps, and as always, I'll see you next time on the next Shot Saver series video. Thank you.